Okay, well, let's try that again. I was sitting here thinking that I was filming, and apparently the camera had stopped, which is absolutely beautiful. At any rate, again, I'm going to start this off with first and foremost, I'm a servant of Jehovah God and Lord Jesus. I'm a Christian. If you don't like that, don't watch. Simple as that. If that offends you, don't watch. Just as simple as that. I'm going, in this little video, I'm going to talk about the border issues and the idiocy currently with the Democratic Party, especially with the elected officials in the government currently. And again, if that offends you and you have a liberal side to it, don't watch it. Change channel. So where I'm going to begin here is just the fact that, I watched the State of the Union, or part of it, and just blew me away. Just absolutely flipping blew me away. How disrespectful and how ignorant these Democrats can be. And when I say Democrats, I'm not talking about all Democrats. There are some that have common sense, which is not very common, apparently, in the White House or in the Congress and Senate, or with the Democratic Party to begin with. But there are a few that do have some common sense and that are for the true interest of the American people. Now, last time I checked, these individuals voted in do not have the power or the authority to do what they want to do when they want to do it. There are constitutional laws to be obeyed, and they have broken so many of them, it's hard to keep count. Like inviting illegal immigrants to the State of the Union address. They're in the country illegally. That's a violation of constitutional law. In my opinion, why aren't these senators and congressmen doing this mess, why aren't they in jail? And that's just, it goes on and on and on and on. How many constitutional laws that these people have violated and walk away from it because they feel like they can. Because there's been a Democratic president, Obama, who was barely a president, much less anything else. He was a joke. Let's just face facts. He was a joke. Hillary Clinton, again, criminal. Joke. Bill Clinton, when he was in office, he did a good job with as far as keeping getting the debt down and going certain ways. However, his moral values were not high at all, and that's just not real good. When you have oral sex performed on you by a White House clerk. But apparently Mr. Clinton has had issues throughout the years with being, misogynist and treating women like they're dirt. Yet, radical feminists support the Clintons. That's amazing. It just shows you that, folks, common sense is not common anymore. I've seen a lot of the radical feminists with signs saying, we love Islam. Well, go get you some. Have fun about it. Go on. See ya. Bye. Get over there and mouth off to the Islamic guys and see what happens. Go over there and be promiscuous and see what happens. I remember a little girl that was promiscuous over in a Middle Eastern village. In fact, I've got a video of it somewhere. That was promiscuous. And guess what? They threw big chunks of concrete on her until she died. Just because she was promiscuous. Not to mention, there were men in there that did have sex with her that were throwing the stones. So, go right on ahead. If you really love it that much, go. See ya. Bye. Go for it. Really don't have time nor feel the need to put up with your nonsense to begin with. Oh, hi, buddy. So, yeah, I'm driving, so go from there. But at any rate, I mean, folks, which this is only going to be like a 10-minute video, and we're a little over 5 minutes in. We've got to do, people, you've got to stand up. Evil triumphs when good people do nothing. That's when evil triumphs. You read through the Old Testament, and I know that they're probably going to be throwing a fit that I'm bringing up the Bible, and guess what? I don't care. Have fun with it. You look back in the Old Testament, Jehovah God uses people to do the right things. Like when he sent the judges, and for the Israelites to free them of their bondage, and every time that they went into bondage. Guys, if you're a servant of God and you're a Christian, we got to do something. We got to back President Trump. Is he perfect? No, he's not. Does he make mistakes? Has he made mistakes? Will he make mistakes? Yeah. Guess what? I'm right there with him. And there's no one on the face of this earth that can claim any different. We're going to make mistakes. We're human beings. We're people. But here's the deal. President Trump has had to fight these people every step of the way. Pelosi, Schumer, all that. And then, midterm elections come around, and ignorance runs rampant. And, the call to liberals jumps up, and somehow, especially where I live in Oklahoma. So it was pretty surprising to me that a complete red state would vote in a Democrat, which actually, as far as I know, and I could be mistaken on this, was sitting with the Democratic congresswomen and senators dressed in white, which, again, oddly enough, back in the late 1930s and the early 1940s, at Nazi rallies, Nazi women dressed in all white. Just something I thought that I would point out there. I guess when your biggest super PAC supporter is a Nazi, there you go. Folks, something's got to happen here. We got to get to the polls. We got to get to the vote. We've got to get in there and vote. We've got to stop this mess. We got to back President Trump. We just got to take care of business. President Trump, for the most part, in my opinion, has done a good job. He's having to fight these folks every step of the way, just because their feelings are hurt because they lost the election with Hillary Clinton, which would have been a whole new mess for a whole different video. But again, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and people who support them, as far as I'm concerned, are traitors. That's all there is to it. So, guys, I've got a minute left here. I'm going to wrap this up with some people that you should really go look at that make a lot of sense and do have a lot of common sense. And one channel is Redonkulous with Terrence Popp. Another channel is Barbara for You2See. Both channels have really good content. I watch and enjoy watching both of them. They've got a lot of common sense, and they hit the nail on the head just about every time. So I do recommend, if you do see this video and YouTube doesn't pull it down because they're all liberal and they get their feelings hurt pretty easily, go watch them. So they've got good videos. So on that note, I'm out. All right. Catch you next time. Bye.